Hello and welcome to today's Daily Confidence Card. I am trusting. My name is Michelle Baker. My gift is igniting confidence, and I'm super passionate, totally in love with the people I get to work with. And those are female founders, women business owners, sales leaders. And I love helping them make those connections with their ideal buyers. So there's more authentic selling, more collaboration, co-creation, and just an environment of enjoying selling, right? So having said that, today's card is I am trusting. So I'll read the prompt. How am I following my inner voice prompting? So this is interesting because often when we think about being in business or sales, that desire for trust is to have trust between the seller and the buyer. That's almost always the focus, is about getting the buyer, the prospect, the current client to trust you so that they will buy more. I really want to talk about you trusting yourself. So much of sales is about us being, and I'm a seller as a business owner, I often sell. So I say us, is about us being graded by how well we're doing monetarily, how well we're doing in comparison to someone else, right? How many sales did you close? What is your ratio of opportunity to sales, of discovery cost to sales? So much of that drives what people believe is true about themselves, and a lot of that comes externally. So this is about trusting your internal voice. First and foremost, clarify why you've decided to be a seller. That must be something that is driven by you internally. If your decision is external, you will find it to be overwhelming the entirety of your career. So look within and create that reason, that purpose, that passion from within for what you're doing every day, which is already challenging as a whole, right? Selling is not easy. You're talking to people all day long about money, high levels of rejection. So let's just put that out there. Now, having said that, I just want to give you a couple of tips on how you can internalize and grow and expand that muscle inside of you, that inner voice, that intuition, because remember, at the end of the day, there's nobody there but you. So being able to trust you, and like there's a saying I heard years ago, and I love it. It's everywhere you go, there you are. So falling in love and liking and admiring the person you are is everything, and it will help your sales completely when you do that. So thinking about comparing yourself. So the first tip number one, is comparison. There's so much comparison to what other people do. Even as an entrepreneur, I'm constantly in groups and I'm in networking, and there's almost this contest. One person says something went well and someone else says something, or someone knows something and someone else knows something. So it's interesting because in my mind, I'm like, it's not a contest. And even when people ask you how you're doing, you give them an answer. How was that last sale? How was that? The first thing they want to do is tell you about themselves. The hardest thing to do is to step away from that comparison, that one-upsmanship, and also always know that whatever you did for you is good enough. How you feel about you, how you feel about your sale, doesn't matter how much someone else sold, doesn't matter how someone else is doing monetarily or materialistically. You must feel good about you, and eliminating that comparison is massive for building that trust in what you hear in yourself, instead of looking outside yourself thinking someone's better and you need to know what they did, or you need to know more about who they work with. Trusting yourself. Going back, the next one is other people's opinions. Someone is always going to have something to say about you, and your ability to know that this is why I decided to sell, this is why I decided to be in the business, and feeling good about your choices and your decisions and your follow-up and your follow-through. Master you. Fall in love with you and your process and what you do. And then as you're making mistakes, because there are going to be a lot of mistakes, nobody gets it right the first time. Tip three, as you're making those mistakes, then those missteps, right? You have miscommunications. You don't follow up. You might lose some sales. You might think you have something in the bank and it falls through. Everybody experiences as a business owner and a seller. You will be less likely to feel as bad about these things when the decision is yours and yours alone, right? And you are guided by what you believe you did the absolute best. And you also know that if they said no, that's okay. No doesn't mean not never, just means not now. and I always have more sales coming. So building up that trust and that intuitive voice inside yourself is everything. And then the last thing I'll say is the processing your fear, embracing your fears. A lot of times people have so much going, and when they start to do the comparison, when they start listening to other people, and when they start holding on and focusing and replaying the mistakes too much, then the fear starts to grow, because then you're thinking about what didn't go right, what someone else said, what you could have did, what you didn't do. So those are the negatives. That creates a sense of worry inside of you instead of building up your belief in your success. So embrace the fear as something, as excitement. Anything and everything you want that's amazing in life requires that you go outside your comfort zone. So when you embrace the fear, because that's just telling you you're about to do something you never did before. Think about it. The first time you do anything, how do you feel? You're going to feel that way absolutely every time. And you're able to embrace it faster when you actually understand that this is working in your favor and it was your decision. Someone else is telling you to do a bunch of stuff, then it really creates a lot of fear and apprehension. And when you've made a decision, when you're trusting that this is the best thing for you, that intuitive voice, you're more likely and you're more able to trust it. So trusting yourself is huge. It will help you not only be successful in sales, but enjoy the process of selling. That's way more important than just being successful, because when you enjoy something, you're more likely to do it. You will do it more often, and you'll enjoy it more. So this has been Michelle Baker. And in the comments, take a moment and put something in there. How do you build trust with yourself? What is something you do on a regular basis so that you can maintain high levels of trusting the voice inside of you, the promptings for you to, to do the things that have created your success in business and selling. Michelle Baker here. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow with the next Daily Confidence Card.